Hello. For my um, community experience, I went to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting in Provo at St. Mary's Church, and I was a bit uneasy going into the meeting at first because I'm used to a church smelling, clean, and when I walked in there was the smell of coffee and of drugs, and all of the people there looked like typical people that you would think of doing that would do alcohol and drugs and all of that stuff. And so I was a bit uneasy. I didn't know how the meeting was going to go, and the reason why I chose to do this experience is because I do have a single story with alcohol and alcoholics, because I've always believed that alcoholics don't care about anyone but themselves and satisfying their addictions. And so this meeting was a big eye-opener to me because it was very spiritual. For one, I didn't think that this type of meeting could be spiritual, and all of the people went around the room sharing their names and their stories about how they began to realize that what they were doing was affecting the people around them, and that they knew that they were powerless over their addiction, and that they knew that they needed help not only from a friend but also from a power higher than themselves, and that they knew, and they basically bore their testimonies that they knew it was because of God that they are where they are today, and that through God's grace they can conquer their addictions, and that they knew it wasn't going to be an easy process, and that it was going to be a lot of work, but with God's help they could make it through, and they could do it. And one individual in particular stood out to me. He was the kind of student, he looked like a BYU student. He was very clean cut, wearing a shirt and a tie and slacks. And then he shared his story about how he had been addicted to drugs and alcohol from a very young age. And that just showed that, and he told us that he had been sober for quite some time, and that just showed me that how the importance of a will, that if people have the determination to succeed in a goal, and if they really work hard at it, that they can accomplish that goal. And so I was really pleased with that individual, and this will inform my practice as a teacher, because it taught me to look at my students that may be not necessarily students that are parents of alcoholics, but maybe students that are struggling academically, or maybe students that come from challenging backgrounds, and not just look at that alone, but look at their determination to work hard, and also remember that they're a child of God, and that they have the divine potential to do great things and become great and learn a lot. And if I keep those things in mind and be willing to work with the determination and will that they have to succeed, and maybe even if they don't really believe in themselves, I can do what some of the people in this meeting did, and get help from other people who helped them to realize that through help from others and from God they can get through anything. So if my students either have a very high will to succeed even though they're struggling, or if they have a very low belief in themselves to succeed, I will work with that and make sure that I will help them come up with strategies that they can use to succeed, and I will help them to succeed because I know that they are children of God, and that with my help and through their help they can achieve their divine potential. Thank you.